Good afternoon, world. The winds are starting to pick up speed, but the sun is still out. You can hear the flapping of things. That's how you know things are about to get crazy around here. The Typhoon Mawar, or Betty as it's going to be called, is heading past the coast over this way, quite far out at sea. I watched a weather forecast video yesterday and they said this typhoon is the strongest typhoon they've had in the month of May since 1971. So it's a pretty big deal. It is going to pass by us and go just in the sea, not over landfall. If this is the first video of ours you've ever seen, welcome. We've been living on the island of Siargao, which is in the northeast part of Mindanao, for about 3 years now. And we actually experienced Typhoon Odette, the super typhoon, here December 2021, which was absolutely awful and one of the worst experiences of our life, but also a very teachable moment, and we kind of know what to expect now if this does escalate and hit landfall here in the Philippines, this new typhoon, Typhoon Betty. We've been tracking the weather now for days, and it was weird because even though you could see this kind of like buzzsaw shape going through the sea, like a proper typhoon was coming, there was no evidence of it here on land. And it's only today we're starting to see the wind moving the trees.
So I'm just reading the official government, Philippines government post. Tropical cyclone Super Typhoon Betty was issued at 5 AM this morning, and it has now entered the Philippines. So that's why they've issued this advisory here. I think where we are right now, we're going to be fine. It's going much further north than where we actually are. We are just going to get some big winds, but it's all looking fine at the moment. But I did read yesterday that this is the strongest storm on Earth this year.
All of the forecasts say it's going up north and it should get squashed by Taiwan or by Japan.
The strongest storm on Earth right now.
Yeah.
Heading our way.
Another important difference between this typhoon and Typhoon Odette is that the wind will only come at us from this side of the island, which is the west side. So it has to pass all over whatever's there, trees, mountains, all that stuff, before it even gets to our house. And this side of our house, on that side, is the strongest point because there's no windows there, it's just full concrete. So we really are in a much better position this time around, even if it did get closer to us. We brought Poppy with us today. We're heading up to a restaurant to get some takeaway because we've been trapped inside for a few days, haven't we, Story?
Yeah.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm sick. I have a fever.
No, you don't have a fever anymore, but you did have a fever last few days, didn't you?
That's why I'm coughing in all of these videos.
So as far as we know, Story's not sick anymore, just the remnants of a little cough, and we wanted to go outside just in case this is the last day we can go outside for a few days, because even though this storm might not hit the island, the fact that it's so big means that it might be with us for about another week, just kind of like slowly kicking up water and wind and making storm surges in different parts of the Philippines. So we just wanted to make sure that while things were still low, we actually get one more outing in and bring Poppy with us as well, so we're out as a full family.
Go out for some lunch.
Yeah. I should note that I'm not feeling worried, I'm not feeling that scared or anything like that, because
I'm worried.
you shouldn't be, because we've done enough research. They always say, if you're afraid of anything, make sure you learn about it, and we've been tracking this thing for so long now. We've been watching all the news and like reading all the reports, and it's a very different position compared to the last one. The last one was a total surprise and it escalated at the last minute when nobody had any communication. Everybody was not prepared. But
yeah, that's what was so scary about it.
Yeah.
But then knowing that, you know, we are in this kind of typhoon belt, we do have to be aware of when they're coming and where they're going, and which is why we've been tracking it the last, what, 5 days?
About 5 days, yeah.
Since it became a thing that, oh, it's actually heading in our direction. And that in itself, I guess, kind of does induce a little bit of anxiety, because you've got this like build up to something that you don't really know what's going to unfold. And
well, yeah, you wake up every day and you're like, what's the weather like?
Yeah.
Are the waves coming up? Is the wind picking up? And it's been, oh, nothing. Okay, tomorrow, nothing.
Where's
so
the storm now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's changed direction a little
kilometers per hour in direction, but I think it's spinning at like over 220 kilometers per hour, so a little bit slower than Typhoon Odette as well. I think we'll be ready for it.
We're ready.
Now that the Typhoon Odette has now like hit us, like you know, all of people's houses have been knocked down, that they have nowhere to live. Like they have to like build their houses again. Like,
Yeah, that was a year and a half ago though.
Yeah.
Everybody's already rebuilt their homes.
Yes, but they're still very like worried about the storm. They're like,
Yeah, just like us. Well, we've been thinking about it, haven't we? I'm sure everyone else on the island is keeping an eye out too.
so you know why I'm scared of the typhoon that's over there?
Why?
It's because Mummy actually said it's the biggest typhoon on Earth
Right now.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Look at Story's new hairstyle.
I've cut my hair. Also, I have a little fringe.
Yeah, it's kind of like a side fringe.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
You
Yeah.
happy with the new style?
Yeah, I am happy. But when I looked in the mirror, I kind of look like a different person.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a haircut.
Yeah.
Changes your look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The wind has died off a lot since when we left. It's looking a lot calmer already, but very, very humid. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Feels like the sky is just wet.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Really heavy. Over there, it's a bit darker. We've got a cat greeter. Hello. Are you welcoming us in? She's so sweet. Empty cafe today. I pulled up the chair to sit down. There's a cat right there. It's alright. You stay there. I don't need to. You don't need to move. You can chill. Look at those waves forming out at sea. So right now I am actually looking right towards where the typhoon would be. If we could go far enough in that direction, you would actually be looking right at it. They did say online that if you live in a surfing area, today or tomorrow would actually be a really good day to go out surfing because of the waves that the typhoon is kicking up. You can see some rain forming in the distance. We're not going to hang around outside for too long today. We have been stocking up on food and canned goods and snacks and things that won't spoil, just in case there's any problems. I know it sounds like over preparation, but that is part of living in the tropics. As many of you know already, we are building a house here on the island as well, and we have been talking more and more with the team that is building the house. They're building us a modular home, about how to make sure it's kind of 100% safe from the high wind zone that we live in and the possible typhoon belt. And we've come up with some new plans as well to kind of like increase the strength even further from what they originally make. It won't be long now before we'll be able to share you the final draft. The reason why we haven't done it already is because we thought we were going to get the final draft at the beginning of this week, but I wasn't happy with a few things that I wanted redesigned. So again, it was my client issue that has caused this delay again, but excited to show you guys what we've come up with and the solutions that we're having for bedrooms, for family, for storm protection, for how it looks, all of these kind of things. How are you feeling, Poppy? Poppy hasn't been very good on her walks today. She's been really, really subdued, and she's had her ears down like when she's been walking. But today, right now in the cafe, she seems quite energized. A lot better than you were when you went out for your walk, eh, Pops? You can definitely sense something. The other doggies seem fine though, nice and calm. Cats too, chilled out. This is Story's favourite cat on the island right now, Ebo. It's that kind of poppy colours. Alright, we're heading home now. The wind still hasn't picked up, which is good. Poppy is just out on a little walk. We're going to try and get her exercise while there's no rain at the moment. So I'm just following along with the car. I was trying to go slowly because I know that as soon as Poppy sees the car, she'll just like try and start jumping in, and that'll be it. She looks like she's enjoying the smells right now. Oh, she spotted me. Has she spotted me? Yeah, she's pulling to get in now. Alright, let's wait for Poppy to catch up, and then we're heading home to hole up for the rest of the time. Is that fun, Poppy?
She knows the car.
Yeah, I know. I said that. minute you saw the car, that was it, wasn't it? You just wanted to get in. It's your ride, Poppy, it's your ride. That's how you know.
Oh, the house. So strange.
Yeah, because we've had 2 cars as well, haven't we?
Other cars go by and she doesn't care, but when you were approaching, she was like, oh, what's happening? And then she saw it and that was it. Pulling, right, let's go, I'm done.
Well, we did drive all the way to Manila in this with Poppy, didn't we? So she knows the smell of it, maybe. She can smell the tyres. Alright, we're heading home now. Poppy! Can you come this way? She's excited to be home. Come on, you beast. Jump out. Blink. Okay, let's get you to the house. A bit ominous. I was looking back over some footage from December 22, which was a year after Typhoon Odette, and the trees still look dead 1 year after that storm. But now, I know there's a lot less of them. They're just about starting to get their poof back and look nice and healthy. Just over here you can see that our landlady and our landlady's sister are building a beautiful new crowbar. Hi! It's going to be like a dirty kitchen for events and family events here. They've been working on this for a couple of weeks now. It's looking good. Got like a table on the outside here, second one over there, and a nice area for them to do their outdoor cooking. So the land is getting developed. Hopefully they'll be able to finish it before the winds come. Raisa was just telling me that they are hoping for the rains to come soon because the land water is actually running dry, but it's looking like we're definitely going to be getting some rain soon. Check out these waves and listen to the sound they make. Really big ones in the distance there. It's really weird how when you listen to it carefully, it kind of sounds like bombs going off in the far distance. Like imagine if you were listening to like a distant war or something. So much weight in those waves. And that's why we know the power of this ocean. It's another reason why we are moving inland when we finally build our house, just to kind of give that extra security from what might happen if this island ever gets hit by another super typhoon, which hopefully this one won't do. All of a sudden, the trees started rustling. It's been on and off all day like this. It's been like nothing and then a little gust and then nothing. We had a brief chat with the owner of Kolek Bibo, the restaurant we were just in, and she said something feels off, you know, like it feels weird today, just like a calm before a storm, which is essentially exactly what's happening. It's a new day here and a little storm update. Today was supposed to be absolutely terrible weather and we've had blue skies all day, only a little bit of wind. But Poppy is absolutely terrified to go on her beach walk. She is not having it at all. I stood down there for several minutes trying to calm her, convince her to walk down to the beach, but she was literally shivering, whining, tail clamped, and pulling us in the other direction. So I'm gonna listen to Poppy, and we're walking now well away from the sea down to the road. This is the direction that the wind is coming in right now. It's actually providing a really nice breeze and a beautiful sunset. And I can see Shalaki boy. Hey, Shalaki boy. Look, surprised from behind there.
I see you there.
All the reports are saying that the typhoon is still way out at sea, still increasing in intensity, still very much one of the strongest storms that they've had on record, but it is so far away from us that it is basically not doing anything here at all. Even Grandad said that they only had a little bit of rain, and the one thing that we are missing here, which would have been nice to have taken as a side effect from the storm, was the rain that I said should have come yesterday, didn't come. So all of us are being a bit more conservative with our water usage, because this is the first time in 3 years that the well has gone down to such a level that we have to be conscious of it in a way. So yes, we are in need of rain, but at least we are no longer afraid of the storm. So we're sorry if we've produced some kind of anxiety for any of the viewers, because a few people have been like messaging and saying, are you okay? And we've tried to be kind of as honest and open as we can on a day-to-day basis, but with these vlogs we publish how we feel at the time, and obviously when you're leading into something that could be a worry, we say that in the videos, but it's looking like we might be coming out.
Thankfully. Obviously we've kind of altered our whole week's plan, and because we didn't know what was going to happen. It could have been a lot of bad weather, but we weren't sure, so we wanted to be prepared obviously and just know what's going on. But I think the one person that has been the most scared is Poppy.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
I walked her this morning and the waves were loud and big and crashing waves, and I knew she wouldn't want to go on the beach, so I actually gave her a road walk this morning as well. That's the only kind of change. Poppy's been kind of unusually timid in a way.
She's on high alert, isn't she?
Yeah, she's had her ears back a lot, and she's just kind of been hiding in the bedroom, so there's definitely been a change in the pressure, I think, that she can sense. She hasn't wanted to go on the beach for the last 3 days. She's not enjoyed it at all, and yeah, like Jay just tried to take her down to the beach and she wasn't having it.
Yeah.
So right now it's heading to Taiwan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's heading up towards Taiwan.
So what it did was it came to Siargao and it kind of like bounced off of it and went to Taiwan.
Luckily it didn't bounce into any of the islands, and apart from Guam, which is the only island that it passed directly over, and a few of our subscribers have sent us messages from Guam as well saying that it was really terrible. So thank you for your updates. It's definitely useful to know what it was like for you guys. And you know, we've got something in common. We've both gone through eyes of storms, and we know what it's like to live in a tropical typhoon belt. It's just part of life out here. Okay, Poppy's safe and sound back in the house, looking at the big waves from the bedroom window. Huge thank you to everybody who's been watching the vlogs. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps out our YouTube channel, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.